I'm gonna share with you guys my depression story. Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl AdityIyer. Today's video, it's a very different video. I'm sharing you guys my very personal story, which nobody knows at all. I didn't know what made me want to share this video with you all guys, but I thought it is the right time that I could do. And also, I've been missing in action for the past 15 days. I haven't posted any video because I was going through a lot of things in my life. It's nothing to do with whatever happening in the world or anything of that sort. It's totally personal stuff. A couple of years ago, I actually got into depression. I almost wanted to end everything once for all, so that I didn't want to handle any of this that was going through in my life. So I just wanted to share that story and how I overcame my depression and how I am right now, better position I am in right now, with no help, with no any support. I just got everything done by myself, hoping that it might help somebody who is in the stage of going through that. So this is my story of 2017. My problems may not be a problem at all for you guys, and whatever you think that is big is may not be a big thing for me, because everybody has got a different perspective. So I don't want to share exactly much details about it, what exactly caused, but on an overview, the exact reason why I got in depression was I had made so much plans for my life and literally was in a position of changing my life for good once for all. So based on that idea, I changed everything that is currently happening in my life at that point of time, literally changing my life for something better. Whatever the plans that I made got flopped miserably, and I never had a backup plan. Certain things cannot be planned in life. Like for example, if somebody is having a baby, they will not think of like what if the baby is gonna die, or if somebody is going to get into marriage, they are not going to think like what if the husband is going to die, or what if the husband is going to run away, or what if the wife is going to die. So these are all like extreme cases. Not everybody can be planned. Obviously there are chances for anything to happen in anybody's life, but nobody plans for all of these extreme cases, right? So I just took a big leap of faith, and then I ended up nowhere, which ended up losing my old amazing life and also the new life that is nowhere to be seen. I'm just stuck literally in between with nothing at all left. It was like a terrible and a horrible position of my life at that point. So I was heartbroken. Almost like 5 to 6 months was like terrible for me. From 2017 beginning only, things started getting really worse, because I started making plans like, okay, I'm going to leave that, I'm going to quit this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. So the thinking about it and going only was taking so much time, too much consuming stress. I was thinking constantly. There are times like my head would get heated up, and I just didn't know how to stop my thoughts or how to not think about it, but it constantly keeps coming. It's a collective thing, so it was just not fault on my part, but I couldn't blame anybody for it. But I got miserably stuck because losing the exact amazing life that I had. At a point I couldn't do anything but just feel that I'm lost. That's it. It's done. It's gone. I cannot do anything more. This was constantly going on my head. My head couldn't think right. My head couldn't think straight. My head couldn't make a better plan on how to move ahead from this, or what can be done, or what changes can be done from my side. But it just got stuck in a rut wherein it is like, it's over, it's done, that's it, nothing, no more life, no more anything, that's it. So it is constantly telling me all of that, and I couldn't stop it from saying it. I couldn't stop thinking all of this, but it just kept coming. Whatever I try to do, I try to sleep. The minute I get up, it's gonna come. About talking with people, and at that point of time I didn't know I was in depression at all, because I just thought I'm just constantly thinking the things that I planned got failed, so I'm just like constantly thinking, but that's actually not thinking. All the negative voices constantly feeding so much into your head. Body draining, physically, mentally draining. That thing was emotionally draining. It was, I just cannot explain at all. I still ate, I still did everything that I could normally do, and in fact I even made videos, but that was all like momentary thing. Once it is done, again I get back into stuff. I didn't know whom to ask for help. I didn't know whom to contact, what to contact, and tell them what. That time I was so damn lonely, depressed, and having all sorts of thoughts to end everything off once for all and never to continue this life at all. I did not want to do anything more, because nobody could understand what I'm going through, nor I could explain clearly what I'm going through, nor I could convince myself not to think anything shit. But none of this worked. It was just happening on and on and on and on and on. It just wouldn't stop. First of all, opening up to somebody only, it's so hard, and even if you try to open up, they are going to dismiss it like it's so trivial, you're just overthinking, it's just too much, just stop it. It's not going to help. It's actually going to add more negativity, because you will start doubting yourself, stating that, okay, I'm feeling something, I'm trying to sell something to somebody, but they're not even understanding, and they're blaming me again for doing all of this. That is when the loneliness part come, and I was exactly going through that. I had everybody around me, but I couldn't speak to anybody because nobody was in a position to understand. I took a trip I went to Pondicherry and I was sitting by the beach, like Pondicherry Rock Beach, which is still one of my favorite places because that is the place where I literally changed my life for good. So I was sitting on the rock beach and suddenly I just thought like I just should go and jump off. I should just jump off and that's it, never come back. Right now, if I think about it, I don't feel myself to be stupid, or I don't feel myself to be not understanding value of life or anything, but that state of mind and that condition I was in, that felt to be the more easier option than actually going back and figuring out life again once everything is all gone. I was not alone and I was with my friend. He did not know anything that I was going through, but all that he said was like, dude, whatever you're trying to do, let's go back to our city, come back alone and do whatever you want, but do not do anything with me around because I'd be into trouble. That literally like made me change my mind. Okay, at least for his sake I shouldn't do anything of stupid so that he'd be into trouble. So that is exactly when my brain started working again, thinking of another plan on how to actually execute it. So from the rut of constantly thinking and then the plan getting failed and then to saying it's done, and then okay, let's get it done, to okay, when can be done, it moved on from that stage. I am really really grateful for him. It was him, because of him, that nothing stupid major happened in my life. I fix a date and do, instead of like just randomly going by, my brain started making plans for how to end it. Okay, which is not the ideal way at all. Even then I didn't know I was in depression. Suddenly another thought came to my head: let me give myself a 1 month time. I'll just give me 30 days time, and if 30 days time I'm just gonna live like nothing is bothering me at all. I'm just gonna live a good life, and the end of 30th day I am gonna come back to the same spot and execute the plan, whatever I was planning on, and then like get done with it. So after that, the trip got over. I came back home and I felt really relieved. From the constant rut of negative energy telling me to my head, I was like clear. Okay, I had a plan in my head. The 30 days I'm gonna give in and try doing whatever I can to do. And the end of 30th day, I'm gonna come and execute the plan. So that was kind of a solution for me at that particular time, although it's not an ideal solution, but that was a very very major solution, literally like nerve calming solution for me, so that my thoughts would just stop and wouldn't bug me or eat me alive. Every time I used to think so much, my head gets heated up. I used to get severe headache and I was more pissed. I wasn't even having the freedom to think anything because my physically was getting weaker and weaker and weaker, emotionally wrecked, and mentally I'm wrecking myself. And then all of this together, I just couldn't think anything straight. So this thought that I had actually helped me. So I went back home and I started living my life as in like nothing is bothering me at all, because anything that used to come back to me, I'd be like 30 days it's gonna be done, okay, just 25 more days it's gonna be done. Nothing was exactly bothering me at all. While I was living like this, suddenly things started to change. The day I accepted this is what is my life is, and this is nothing can be done about it, yeah, that's it, but I'm gonna live my life for another 30 days and then finish it once for all. So that gave me a lot of time and clarity in my mind to think straight. That exact point of my life, you wouldn't believe that I some random video suggestion came to my YouTube, and I started seeing the person's video, and it was like, if everything is failing in your life, do this. First of all, I wouldn't get any kind of video suggestions like that, and even if I'd get something like that, I wouldn't bother to click on it. Okay, but at that point it was literally like God sent for me. I really 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 needed that video. It was literally like exactly whatever I was feeling. The video was telling exactly that you have no option to either go forward or go backward. You are just stuck in all possibilities of your life, and there is nothing good at all happening currently in your life in any aspect of it. Video ended up with changing of perspective. Then while I was browsing on Amazon, nowhere I got a suggestion from scriptures. Up until that point, I didn't know Amazon was selling books. I was literally not into books at all, and definitely not doing online shopping for books. I was into clothes. I knew everything about online shopping. I knew everything about sale and deals and all of that, and I made my entire channels about that. But I did not know Amazon was selling books because I never cared about it. I never wanted any books. And out of the blue, that book came as a suggestion. It was like 180 bucks or something like that. So I thought, okay, let me just give it a try. 180 rupees, how is it gonna hurt me or anything? So 180 rupees, I just placed the order. But then I was feeling really good from within, okay, because I had some plan sorted out. I just kept a deadline for me. If from this day till another 30 days, if things are not gonna be fine, I'm gonna do this. But I didn't know how I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do, where I'm gonna do. None of the idea I had. When I got the book was this big. I just started reading a couple of pages, and it was all the battlefield. Arjuna standing there, Lord Krishna standing here, etc., etc. And at that point of time, I do not consider Krishna as a god, because I am an Iyer, so we just believe in Shiva, and Shiva is the god for us. Shiva, Ganapati, Ganesh is all the god for us. So Krishna, Ram, Vishnu, and all that is not considered like God. I never knew anything about Ramayana, Mahabharata. I just knew a little bit here and there. I've heard from my Hindi classes or from my grandpa. Little bit of stories here and there I've heard, but I don't know anything in detail about anything at all. It just literally happened to me. I did not go towards anything. Things happened to me, and that is how I got into all of this. But I had no idea that I could just read something when I'm planning on to end everything off. But while I was reading and coupled up with a lot of videos that I was seeing, so I just saw a lot of videos of that particular person, and so many suggestions came. Then my entire YouTube suggestion was filled with all those people that were actually like help me in my life, guide me through the process that I was exactly going through. I just started reading, and my life totally changed. How it changed and why it changed, I'm gonna give it up in another video. May 27th 2018, I decided that I'm gonna go back home, giving myself 30 days time, and then see how it's gonna go. And from then it was always up. Doesn't mean that my problems were solved, my issues were cleared, no, not at all, but I was changed. The way I was reacting to the problems, I started responding to the problems. The minute I started responding, the problems seemed different, and I was in a clear point of view. That is when I started meditating. That is when I started getting up early in the morning at 4 o'clock in the morning every day, not even giving a break at all, and then thinking calm, not having any anger, not having any regrets, not getting irritated at all. It was a slow and gradual process. To control my anger, it took a lot of effort, a lot of practice, a lot of discipline from my side. To control, not to get irritated, again, a lot of process, a lot of planning, a lot of ideas, a lot of process on how to not get it happen. To think straight, again, a lot of process, a lot of planning, everything. So I understood that physical power is so important to get mental things sorted out, and mental power is so important to get physical things sorted out. 2 years it was perfectly fine. I literally changed my lifestyle, and I was living on top of the world. Although the miserable state of my life that I imagined turned out to be the best part of my life then. Nothing I planned, nothing I imagined turned out, but whatever happened or whatever was happening in my life was the best part of my life. Like May 31st of 2020, exactly after 2 years and 3 days, another biggest blow I got in my life, a blow that will actually screw my life in all possible ways. And this blow is nothing compared to the one that I got earlier. Whatever I got was just like minute 1% of it. What I got now is like the biggest and the biggest blow, and I just cannot even measure it. It has all the potential to screw life in every single way possible. It has all the potential to do the worst thing to a person as possible. This lockdown and all of this definitely did not affect me at all, because I was in a very good state no matter what was happening, because I was spiritually charged, I was mentally charged, I was physically charged. I was just in a different day altogether. So May 31st 2020, that is just like 15 days ago, I just got the major blow of my life, and that is something that I cannot even share with people. It's purely personal, and I was again shattered and heartbroken and all of that. First of all, I couldn't believe, but since I had all the spiritual practices for 2 years, and I've been constantly getting up in the morning at 4 o'clock and doing meditation, doing all the things, change my lifestyle completely and all of that, still this is not something that I could handle at all, because it's the biggest blow. If only I was in a position to share exactly what happened, you people could understand the intensity. But just it's something that should never happen to anybody. Just emotional thing again. Took me a while. June 1st was again Ekadashi fasting, so I had to fast. So my mind was mentally a biggest blow, and first was again fasting day, and I had to fast, so I couldn't eat food, and I get headache easily. I'll tell you about the Ekadashi fasting story, how I started doing it and all of that later on. But it was the difficult task. I was actually down, and I had mental blow off happening. I had to fast the entire day, and it was actually Nirjala Ekadashi, which means like you cannot even have water for the entire 40 hours. So I went through all of that, and coming out of it, again, God gave me the strength, the scriptures, the knowledge that I've gained all this for the past 2 years, and the spiritual practices that I've been doing, the way I've been living my life, and the way I've conducted my lifestyle, everything together helped me again. This time, I did not want anybody to support me. I definitely wanted some opinion from somebody, because this is something crazy thing that can happen in anybody's life and nobody can actually plan for this again. That's why I took a break, because I didn't want to make videos at that point of time when I was not fine, because I wanted to get sorted with the issue. Because if you continue doing something that you're normally doing, you just distract yourself and it's going to come back in a bigger and a worse form. So this time I was equipped, this time I was knowledgeable, this time I was more wiser, this time I was more calmer and everything. So I could just get things straight and I started doing it, but it definitely wasn't easy. With so much practices, so much all of this, only it wasn't easy, but definitely doable, because right now I'm here, still with a blow, but completely fine. And I know it's gonna be good, it's gonna be all right. I know, I think this is how the rest of my life is gonna be, but still it's fine, and I'm just totally accepted and totally in a different state of mind altogether. Blow that I got could actually turn into the worst depression to anything else, but none of that actually came to my head. So right now I'm in a very, very good position. If you ask me, the problem is solved? No. Is it solvable? No, it cannot be solved. It's not a solvable thing. It's gonna be a permanent thing in the life forever. I'm not going to lose my happiness, I'm not going to lose my peace, I'm not going to lose my sanity. To be honest, I've got more strength, I've got more wiser, and I've got more and more better in spiritual practices, and I feel so damn good. It's still there, it's like the biggest load of thing that's there, but my perspective is different. Does it hurt? Yeah, it hurts. But do I feel like it's hurting? No, it doesn't feel like hurting. It's just a learning process for me. From the biggest crap that could actually like throw you off the track, it's like a learning process for me. So I'm just in an open mind to see what this has to take me for, what I'm going to learn out of this. I'm ready to open to learn anything new, and also the future, whatever is going to happen, I'm totally okay and happy with it. So right now I'm in a very, very different state. This is exactly what's in my life. So I just wanted to make this video because I want my video to be in suggestion feed of some girl or some guy or somebody who is in the plan of thinking like that. I just want to help them. This is what this video is all about. Everything is happening for a reason, and there's definitely a bigger reason for it. I know if you're interested in knowing in depth of what scripture helped me, what I read, what videos I saw to get myself better, and how my perspective is, and what my current lifestyle is, how I could deal with such a big blow in a calmer, peaceful way without losing any of the patience or anything, and how could I take care of the physical health along with all of this when it's the biggest thing that's happening in your life. If you're interested, I'll definitely make a video of it, because I want this channel to be helpful for every person out there. Like the way when I was in need, some random video came as a suggestion and helped me push towards that direction. I want my video to help any one of you who's going through any of this, some similar to any of this, to just push you to a better life, push you to a more enhanced life, push you to a more calmer and a peaceful life. I'd be more than grateful. So that is the whole idea of making this video. If you want to share any of your stuff with me, you can share it with me, but do not console or do not be there to tell something for me, because I do not want it. I really hope you understand, you respect it. If you really want to comment something, you can ask me, like, what scripture I read, or how I change my perspective, or similarly you are going through something similar, how do I get rid of it, or how do I stop my thoughts, how do I not get into emotional breakdown. All of those, just leave it as a comment. I'd be happy to help you, but I do not want any kind of sympathy or any kind of consoling stuff on my comment. Things will be fine, I hope you'd get better. I don't want any of that, because I'm in a good place all by myself, so I do not want any of that. So I really hope you understand that, and make the comments worthwhile for anybody else or future people to come and see and get better from it, and not be about me and you trying to console me. I don't want this space to be something that I'm asking somebody for help and you're expecting me. No, I don't want that. I just want to be of help to somebody. How I got into depression and how I came out of it, and how I was almost again pushed to a second stage of it, but this time I never let it happen at this stage. I hope you people understand this video and take this video in the right sense. And yeah, do not forget to share this video with all your girlfriends or all the people who are actually in need, because even after any major blow off, life still is worth it. Life happens, and that's the most beautiful part. It's just that we don't know how to live. That is why it is so bad. The minute we know how to live, it is so beautiful, it is so gorgeous. We are blessed to be here. So I am super grateful and super blessed to be having overcome all of this, because these are the experiences that mold me for better life and mold me for more enhanced way of living my life. So I'm so grateful for it. This is all I want to share in today's video. You can please feel free to reach out to me on my Instagram at AdityIyer. I'm just going to leave it here. You can just DM me. I will definitely help you. So this is my personal story which I never share with anybody, but I think it's the right time to share it. Instead of using the platform for just like about clothing and fashion and stuff, just distract myself, I really want to be of a good value to anybody watching this video. Yes, I do love clothing, I do love shopping, I just love to be fashionable. The other part of life, the emotional part of it, the real life part of it is also very important, and I want to be that person who I can support anybody like an overall package and not just in one aspect of it and leave the rest of it. And let me know on the comments below what other videos you want in topics of this, because I'm a living example of handling everything and still living happy and peacefully, lost no hope on life. And in fact I have like so much hope and so much belief, and to look forward to what next is God has got in store for me. Thank you so much for staying around. Bye you guys.
One of the circle is for this current channel and the other circle is for my second channel. Take a second to hit on those circles. You're going to get instantly subscribed to my channel for free, so that you can get all my videos directly on